Okay folks, here's a quick review of the Darth Sidious figure that was recently released by Hasbro as a part of their Star Wars The Vintage Collection line of products. I bought this online at Toys R Us for $9.99, and I also bought a second example to keep as a mint-on-mint carded specimen in my carded collection for $8.99 at my local Walmart. Now, it's not often that I'll buy two examples of a single figure, as I'm primarily a collector who opens his items up, or as they say on the Toy Ark forum, free them from their plastic prisons. However, I did want two examples of both this character as well as his apprentice, Darth Maul. Now, admittedly, these are among the first Star Wars figures that I've purchased in many years. I grew up watching Star Wars in the 70s and the 80s, and I had nearly a full collection of the figures from back then, along with quite a few of the vehicles in the playsets. Seeing these figures card backs with the familiar picture layouts and the Kenner logo on the front, it sure did bring back some fond childhood memories. Anyway, I reckon that's enough of the trip down memory lane already. Let's get on with the review. So when I first got this figure out of the blister pack, I liked what I saw. Darth Sidious' robe is made from a soft cloth that thankfully did not rip or tear when I removed him from the package. However, it is a bit of a pain to take it off of the figure as it's sewn together in the front. The sleeves seem to be a bit overly long and a little bit too big, but I must confess that I haven't watched the Star Wars films recently, so I'll let that detail slide, as it's very possible my memory's playing tricks on me. Alright, the face is nicely sculpted. I don't think it looks completely like Ian McDiarmid, but it is a reasonable enough facsimile for a movie figure in this scale. So let me zoom in real quick and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, and there's the face right there. And as I said, it looks reasonable enough for a figure in this scale. Okay. Alright, Darth Sidious came with the following accessories. So I'll pan down real quick and I'll show you what they are. Okay. And first up, he came with this hood right here, and it's made out of a plastic material as opposed to the cloth that's used to make his robe. And it does seem to be fairly proportioned to the size of the figure's head. However, it is a bit of a tight fit, and being that it is such a tight fit, it's a bit difficult to take off and put on the figure, so I really don't plan to be removing it too often, as I feel that could cause some paint to rub off of the figure's head with repeated removals and additions. I decided to remove it only for the purposes of this review. Alright, next up, he comes with his lightsaber right here and right here. It's the same weapon, just in activated and deactivated likenesses of it. It's a decent representation of the weapon, but I really don't understand why it was included, as according to the card back, this was supposed to be Darth Sidious from the Phantom Menace. We actually didn't see Lord Sidious use a lightsaber until Revenge of the Sith. I also feel that care should be taken with the deactivated saber hilt, as it is quite small and it can be easily lost. It's also not easy to peg the deactivated saber into place on his belt either, so I plan to be displaying him on my shelf minus the deactivated saber. Alright, back to the figure itself. What I'll do now is a quick 360 of the figure and let you see what he looks like from all sides. Okay. So overall, I like this figure. I like the cloth robe, but I can't help but find myself wishing that the entire wardrobe had been made of cloth instead of just mostly cloth with the hard-to-remove plastic hood as a separate accessory. I also feel that the weapons that were included are nicely done. So, therefore, I will give this figure a good recommendation, and I think that there is no problem in adding this figure to your Star Wars collection if you don't already have it. Alright, so on that note, take care and stay tuned for my next review. Have a good one.